Hi boys and girls, so can you guess what we're making today? We are making masks, superhero masks, because the theme of the year is to be a superhero in your own way. So you're going to make your own superhero mask today, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So while we do it, the things that we're going to really focus on are some principles of design. The first one we're going to focus on is pattern. So you can see that this is mine that I just made. I've got some patterns here. I've got yellow, purple, yellow, purple, and then I've got purple, yellow, purple, yellow. I do it with shapes, I do it with colors, and then we're also going to focus on a principle of design called unity. And unity just really means that your mask is going to fit well together. It looks correct. The colors blend well together. So I've used yellow and purple throughout the entire mask. And then I also use teal on all parts of the mask as well, so that makes it feel finished. That's called unified, unity. So pattern and unity are what we're talking about today. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take mine off to show you how to do it. The first step to this is you're going to get to pick out which mask you want. These are templates, so you'll have all four of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 at your table, and these are going to be your stencils. So this is what you're going to trace over. So I'm going to choose mine. I think I want to do this one today. And you're going to get a piece of cardboard. So the first thing you'll do is you'll put the stencil on top of the cardboard, and you're going to use a marker or a pencil. Don't use crayon for it. It won't get close enough. And you're going to trace around your awesome mask. This will just give you like the size that you need for your face and where your eyes should be. Okay, so now that you've traced it, you got to trace the inside of the eyes so you know that you'll be able to see through your mask. Okay, so there it is. Now, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to cut this out. Now, if you want, I'm going to pass out big scissors compared to our little scissors because the big scissors will help get through this cardboard a little bit. Now it's going to take some muscle, so you got to show me that you're strong enough. And you are going to cut it out. Now when you cut it, it's hard to kind of turn, so you might want to just take your scissors out and meet it, so then you can chop that whole edge off, and it'll be easier to get around and come in at an angle. So you're going to have to play around with it. Just depends on what mask you have. There we go. I like to cut off and then continue on. And it really depends on if you're a right-handed person or a left-handed person, how you're going to cut this. So this will take a little bit, but once you get it cut out, you're really going to like it. So almost there. There. So here's my mask. Now the eyes are not cut out yet. If we have time, we might be able to do those. If not, you can take it home to your parents and have them cut those holes out for you. It's a little bit harder. I'll show you how to do it. If you want to try it yourself, you can, but there's not enough of me to help everybody in the room, so it'll take a little bit. So what you'll do is you'll take a hole puncher and go all the way back in the hole puncher so that the hole puncher itself is inside the eye, and you'll punch the hole in. And you'll have to do that to both. Make sure you're really paying attention to where you're putting the hole punch. So that's obviously not big of enough of a hole. So what you'll do is then you'll take the little baby scissors and you will cut inside. Now it's going to bend your cardboard a little bit, and that's okay. If you don't feel comfortable doing this yourself, you can always ask your parents when you take it home. So I'm just going to do one for now because I don't want to waste your time. But there it is, okay? And I can go in and cut that off a little bit more. There. Okay. So now that you have this, you're going to take the hole puncher. You might need to share, and that's okay. And you're going to hole punch the sides. Just like that. Okay, now the fun part. You get to decorate it. Now you want to think about what your theme is, what you want to be called, what colors you're going to use. So you're going to get to use the glue bottle. You're going to get to use a bunch of different size squares that I just call this confetti. And then there's also in this basket tiny little pre-hole punched paper squares. So you can use those for patterns, and then you'll use markers also to decorate. So let's see here. Maybe I want to do a pattern with green and red. Now I could do green and red, green, red, green, red, green, red, or I could do something even more. I could do green, blue circle, red, green, blue circle, red. I would lay out your pattern first all the way, however you want to do it. Oh, you can't even see that. There you go. And then glue it down. So let's say I want to do, let's see, green, blue, red. Green, blue, red. Green. Oh, and the squares have different colors on each side, so you might have to flip them over to find the color you want. There's a blue one. And then I'm going to stop right there and just glue this side down. So you'll take it, lift it up. You can either choose to put it here and stick it on, or you can pick up the piece and put a tiny dot. That's all you need. It does not take a lot. And continue to do that all the way until they're all glued down. And then you could even do another pattern on the other side. But I do want to see patterns and that you know what a pattern is, and that you can use patterns with shapes, colors. I have squares and circles. Okay, so I'm not going to do this side just yet because I want to be able to show you markers as well. Since I have blue and greens and reds, I want to continue that theme to make it feel unified, to make it feel like it all fits together. So maybe I want to use green, reds, and blues with my markers. So maybe I want to do a blue outline. Now, because of this cardboard, it's a little harder to stay where you want the marker to be, so you have to pay close attention and take it slow because there's little ridges and it can make you kind of get off course. So maybe I want to do the outline blue, and then maybe I want to do a pattern with my markers. So I need to get my red and my green, and maybe I want to do lines that connect to my eye. This is all up to you. You can do patterns with lines, shapes, colors. So now that I have my red lines, maybe I want to go in with my green and do tiny horizontal lines. You guys, this is the best part about doing this project, is that they will all look different. And then maybe I want to do, I don't know, circles around my circle. So there's that side. And then I would do the exact same thing on this side. This is called symmetry. And most masks are symmetrical. So you don't have to do it symmetrical, but I like to do it symmetrical. So in order to do it symmetrical, I would take the blue. I've got a blue line here, so I'm going to go on this side and make it symmetrical and do a blue line over here. Actually, I changed my mind. I want you to do it symmetrical. Make it symmetrical. That's what all superheroes have, a symmetrical mask. So we might as well stay on their path and do symmetrical. So I'm going to go all the way up just like I did. I've got red lines, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines. So I need 10 lines over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh, I only have room for 9. So maybe I should just add one right here. 10. Gotta add my green horizontal lines. Okay, And then I've got to add my patterns right up here. So I would start out, if it's a mirrored image, let's pretend that this is cut in half. It needs to look the exact same. So if I have a blue dot right in the middle, I need to have a green square, then a red square, then a blue circle, then a green square, then a red square, then a blue circle, then a green square. And so see how this isn't quite symmetrical because this is off a little bit. So you can just move these while these are still wet. Spread them out a little bit more. And there I have it so far. After you're done with this part, you can come to the back table. I'll be sitting there and you can pick out the color piece of yarn that you want and we will hook it to the edges. And there you have your superhero mask.